Hi everybody, Jeremy Siskin here, and I'm so excited about Solo Standards for Piano Volume 2 becoming available. This has arrangements of standards you know and love: Honeysuckle Rose, Stardust, G Baby, and I Good to You, What Is This Thing Called Love? And I started this project last January by writing to some people who I really wanted to be guest arrangers. And I was amazed by the people who I got to say yes. And I want to introduce you to them a little bit today. And I want to introduce you to their arrangements a little bit too, so you know what to expect and maybe get excited about playing a couple of them. So the first one is Helen Sung. And Helen's just one of these people who just seems to be on everybody's projects. Everybody wants her as a part of their band. I just looked on Facebook and I saw that she was touring with Dee Dee Bridgewater. You look in her bio, you see Ron Carter, Wayne Shorter, Terry Lynn Carrington, the Mingus Big Band. I mean, she's just kind of everywhere. It's a real mind whirl of projects. I don't think that's an expression, mind whirl. Real whirlwind of projects is how you say that. And seeing her arrangement, I can see why. Because she did this incredible job of making something that's very playable. It has really the minimum number of notes necessary, and yet it just sounds great. Like, you could tell that she has an arranger's brain. So she did an arrangement of You Do Something to Me, which is a beautiful Cole Porter tune, really cool tune. And she did this really brilliant thing, which is that she has it alternating. I need to fast forward through some pages here. She has it alternating between a couple of different tempos. And, with those different tempos, did I miss it? Comes a couple of different styles. Totally missed it. Great job, Siskind. Here it is. So it starts with this swinging introduction. And then it goes into an espressivo lyrical section. And each time it gets to this part of the tune, it goes into swing. And so the arrangement is like brilliantly working within the tune, working with the tools of the tune to accentuate it and make it sound great. But what's so great about what Helen did is she's made it very, very playable. You don't have to be the most advanced virtuosic pianist to play this. If you look at the solo here, I wouldn't call it easy, but it's not that many notes, right? It's relatively sparse. So definitely this is an arrangement I would recommend to everybody. It's so musical. I know musical is so broad, but it works so beautifully with the song. She really arranged this particular song so nicely. Second arranger to introduce you to is Geoffrey Keezer. And wow, I don't even know where to start with Geoffrey Keezer. It's hard not to think of the word genius because he just has that brain, and you could tell by the way he plays and the way he arranges, where he's pulling together all these incredible threads at once. So, I mean, professionally, this guy played with everybody. Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. I first heard of him because he was with the Ray Brown Trio. His first record features Joshua Redman. He's playing with Christian McBride's bands. He teaches at Juilliard. Like, he's everywhere, doing everything. He's got some great classes on Open Studio, and he's just a nice guy. Oh, and he's got this beautiful duo record out recently. And so, everything. And one of the reasons that I love him and love this arrangement is that he kind of likes to color a little bit outside of the lines, in terms of scales, in terms of forms, in terms of, harmony. There's a surprise around every corner. And I'm somebody who's kind of hard to surprise with harmony, but this Geoffrey Keezer arrangement always surprises me. So it's of the tune, What Is This Thing Called Love? And I guess the first thing to say about it is that he puts the verse of the tune in the middle, which is definitely surprising. But he uses this bass ostinato for a lot of the A sections. check this out. So that's a real poly chord. E major on bottom, E flat on top. Just so cool, so hip, so interesting. I might someday I'll probably do a whole video just talking about all of the different things that I'm interested in this arrangement, because it's just like stuffed full with interesting, slightly unusual, incredibly rich musical devices. So I know a lot of people are going to want to play that arrangement because it's just so gosh darn cool. Third arranger to focus on is Xavier Davis, who's played with so many people. I really became a fan of his after hearing some of his playing and arrangements for the trumpeter Tom Harrell. I mean, he just did such incredibly beautiful work. But he's just kind of worked with a who's who, including his career started with the great vocalist Betty Carter. He has also taught at Juilliard. He is now teaching at Michigan State University, and just like one of those musicians, consummate pianist, consummate arranger, consummate composer. And he chose the piece G Baby, Ain't I Good to You? And he did this like, you could almost think of it as a theme and variations. I like to mark in these, what I consider a kind of simulation of an improvised solo versus a head. And in this tune, it was a little hard because he never gets too far off from the melody. But for any pianists who want that real down-home, deep and dirty, bluesy sound, this G Baby, Ain't I Good to You arrangement is for you. It's kind of just, he marked it greasy swing, and it's got all that tension. It's got all that bluesiness. There's also harmonic surprises in here. So let me start this for you just a little bit. Turn the page. And it keeps going, and each new time that the theme is introduced, there's some new harmonic ingenuity, there's some new way that he frames it in just a really fascinating way. So it's a great one for that slow stride sort of a style. It's a great one to study, to see how does a really masterful harmonist, if that's a word, treat the same 16-bar theme slightly differently, right? Because this is a short tune. It's an AABA with 4 measure sections. And each time the section comes back, Xavier does something a little bit different with the harmony. And it's really fascinating to play and really fun to play. Now, let me just mention here that for each tune, you will receive, or you get to see a video of me playing from an overhead camera with the music, with the score scrolling along. So you can always hear me play it, so you know how it's supposed to sound, or one way it's supposed to sound. You could copy any fingering that I do, any stylistic swing, and I had each of the guest arrangers record their version. Some are as just audio files, but Geoff Keezer in particular made a video, so you can watch Geoff perform his own arrangement as well. But in case you're wondering, how would Xavier play the arrangement? That is on the webpage for the book as well, so you can hear the arranger play it their way. All right, the last pianist is Kevin Hayes. And here's somebody else who it's like, which of his credits is the most important? I mean, he's got several incredible albums out under his own name, but just looking at this bio, you've got playing with Chris Potter, Bill Stewart, Joshua Redman, Jeff Ballard, Nicholas Payton, Al Foster, piano duo project with Brad Mehldau, not to mention world tours with James Taylor, Sonny Rollins, John Schofield. I mean, good God, that's a resume. And Kevin's just like one of my pianistic heroes. Everything he does just sounds great, and he seems to be able to make any musical setting sound better. And he chose the tune without a song, and he just made like what is to me a quintessential rich ballad arrangement, like just cheesecake. Everything's coming in beautifully. I love the introduction, a very mysterious introduction. And then, you know, this head, I could imagine it with strings. It's just like everything is about supporting the melody with this beautiful voice leading these rich chords, all this kind of inner voice movement. I know there's a lot of pianists who want to learn how to play that way, and this arrangement would be a great one to study. So here's how it sounds. Just beautiful, lush writing. As you know, as a pianist, I learned so much from looking at this arrangement and seeing, you know, where are different voices moving? How is he presenting the melody? What's the spacing that he's using here? Where is he rolling chords? It's just a study in beautiful ballad playing. And yeah, I learned so much from looking at the arrangements, from learning how to play the arrangements of these four arrangers. Plus, if you get the book, you'll get 4 arrangements from me. Liza, More Than You Know, Honeysuckle Rose, and Stardust. So head on over to jeremysiskin.com. You can grab solo standards for piano right now, this very moment. And by the way, if you want to get volume 1 and volume 2 together, I'm now offering those 2 together for, you know, a bundle price, a little reduced price. You can get it as a PDF or as a individual book. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, why don't you comment with the name of one of the guest arrangers? So you got Helen Sung, you got Kevin Hayes, you got Geoffrey Keezer, and you got Xavier Davis. 4 people I'm just so proud to have commissioned for this book. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great one, and I will see you soon.